All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Call of the Night, Season 1, Episode 13. Oh boy.
Right.
Season finale, and it's wild.
It's wild. Anko is...
has made her declaration and her threat.
Yeah. And then she fired her shot across the bow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's scared.
Yep.
He's hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then who should show up but a vampire he doesn't know super well. Hatsuka.
Right. Yeah.
Who's concerned about him. And
Right.
there's that fun kind of, wait, I would like to get to know you. We kind of have been moving down
Through
the list
of the different vampire
of
characters.
the vampire girls that were introduced to us
Yep.
recently. I would like to go to the big one. You know, I've been waiting for her
Interestingly
specifically.
enough, the two vampires that we were most interested in have been saved for last.
Yeah,
Which
probably because they're more important or something.
Yeah, I feel like that either goes to show the save the best for last, or that maybe our personal preferences are not
No, it is not me that's out of touch. It's the kids that are out of touch.
right. Yeah.
Come on, sound off in the comments. Do you prefer
ranking, tier list, you know.
Rank all 6 of the non-nazuna vampire girls. Or they're 5.
5.
They're 5.
Yeah. You know, and then I guess
Yeah.
Nazuna could be on there too, but really it's, the other 5.
Yeah.
Because Nazuna, that's kind of unfair. She's got the main story focus.
That's true. But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Video game.
He's usually here about now.
Should I go look for him? Nah, the game's too good.
Well, and, maybe he needs space, right?
Oh. She just died. She's not playing the game.
She's clearly
Listlessly
distracted.
just like...
Yeah. Her mind is elsewhere.
Yeah. Nice.
Yo, Ko, why are you hiding in the playground with some other chick?
She's like, I can't take my eyes off you for, like, a single second any night.
I feel like we had a conversation about us being exclusive, but... Didn't we? Fun music.
Oh, tadaima. Who else is here? Her spawn.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
いきなりで悪いんだけど、今日は僕のお客さんがいるから帰ってくれないかな。
She put her hair. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
聞けないの。僕のお客さんって言ったよね。
The darkness behind them now. The hair on the ground.
Right.
いい子だから言うこと聞けるよね。
The one seat. Just
Uh-huh.
not a couch.
Nope.
Yep. Uh-huh. What do you mean, who are those people?
Come on.
Oh my
Bro.
god. Bro.
でも男と女どっちもいてもそういうこともあるのかな今までの吸血鬼と比べても特殊な気がする知らないだ
This is
けで
very low key.
実は普通なのかな僕が吸血鬼
Maybe you don't know anything about vampires. There you go. There you go.
新しい情報も聞けないまま夜から遠ざかったいかんなんだか混乱してきた
ヤモリくん。
Oh, yeah.
来てもらえる？タオル用意するの忘れちゃってさ。
Yeah. Oh.
悪いんだけど。
Oh. Oh.
いや。
Oh, cool.
とっくに知ってるもんだと思っちゃった。
Nope.
びっくりした？
一応改めて聞きたいんですけど男なんですか
そうだよ。どうしたの？なんかこっちも驚いたな。
Just, you're very hot.
七草さんから聞いてるもんだとばっかり。
Nah, she doesn't talk about the other vampires much.
No, she's kind of solitary type.
何も話してくれないいや
Well, I mean,
俺がちゃんと知ろうとしなかったんだ本当はもっと機会はあったはずなのに
yeah, you've kind of kept things at that point, yeah.
喧嘩でもしたの？というわけで、
Ah.
コウ君は吸血鬼にはならないと思う。すまん。
Ah. Well. Shit.
突然どうしたの？とりあえず詳しい話を
ならなくても、コウ君を放っておいてやってほしい。
We're
Nice.
talking business
Mhm.
immediately.
Yep.
それはどういうことだよナズナ。吸血鬼の存在を人間に広めてしまう可能性があるやつをほっとけってか。
不満げな顔やめろ。
だから謝って。
Party's over.
私をぶっ殺して終わりにしてくれるんならそれでいいよ。ああ、粉々だ。
Ah.
ニコちゃんも物を取っちゃ
She's like taking a
う
photo.
るせえ。
Yeah.
そもそも身内同士の殺しは基本なしなんだよ。
But I'm really considering it. Yep.
ヤモリ君を殺した方が圧倒的に楽だし、すべて解決なんだよ。
そしたら私がてめえを殺すぞ。
物を頼む態度がなっちゃいねえな。ヤモリこうってのは何なんだ。これまでの人間たちと何が違う。答えろよナズナ。
We want you to spill the tea.
Yeah.
恋バナで終わらせたいと思ってるんだからよ。
今更吸血鬼になるならないで悩んでるの？
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
なるって宣言したのに。
Yeah, it was like kind of impressive.
But
and
we also
everything.
did the thing of like saying we'd kill you in a year.
Oh, what a wimp.
吸血鬼を殺せる人間ね。それは確かに大問題だね。
わざと自分の血を吸わせた。それを吸血鬼はまずい。何かを手渡してたと思う。灰みたいになって消えました。
やっぱりまだはっきりとは言えないけど、というのも
Nice.
吸血
No
鬼は実の
reflection,
ところ
yeah.
吸血鬼についてあまりわからないんだ。本当は人間のことをよく知らないでしょ。
True.
吸血鬼は生きること以外に何もしない。だから本当はみんな何も知らないんだ。七草さんも。
Yeah, not exactly a big society to understand yourselves, you know.
No one's conducting like peer-reviewed research on.
Right.
いちとまずいちはどうして違いが出るのかもよくわかってないんだ。そういえば、
Cool.
ヤモリくんの血は美味しいんだったよね。
Can I try it?
僕がかくまってあげなかったら大変だったよね。
Maybe a little.
大丈夫だよ。ほら僕、女の子にしか見えないでしょ。
何の関係が？
What?
なんで女装してるの？
Let's change the topic.
似合うからに決まってるじゃない。
そんな
Well, okay.
I'm stunning. Yeah.
この状態の方が男女どっちからもモテるんだ。
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Fun.
そうなんだ。俺そういうのよくわかんないからさ。人にやらされてるの二択で考えちゃって。
Huh.
ま、似合うから楽しんではいるけどね。
はつかさんも恋をしたんですよね。
Yeah.
吸血鬼になることに
How'd that happen?
迷いとか怖いとか。
Cool.
僕か。
Oh, we're dodging this question.
Oh, apparently I'm supposed to kill you.
ナズナ、ちゃんと説明しろ。恋バナしようや。
What an out of context frame.
Yeah.
いつ殺されてもおかしくないってこと。そして
Well deduced.
吸血鬼に明確なルールはない。だから、ヤモリ君と七草さんがこの先
Other
どう
than
なるか
daytime.
本当
Sure.
にわからない。人間よりも身内に対して厳しい場合がある。
Well, yeah, I mean,
Makes
you're
sense.
around each other.
七草さんの方。
Oh.
君、僕の眷属になりなよ。
And this is what they're all gonna start basically doing, yeah.
Mhm.
今、けじめ
Yep.
を求められてる七草さんが助かる方法は何？
Yep, they're all gonna make very compelling arguments as to why you should let them.
君が七草さんを好きになる可能性はあまりにも低い。いくら七草さんとはいえ、
Hmm.
思春期真っ只中のヤモリ君が
Hmm.
恋心の片鱗も見せていない。
I hate to break it to you, but
はつかさんである必要は。
なんで？僕が男だから？
いや別に
it's more
君は僕が男であることを確認したけど、
Nice, nice.
だって顔は可愛いわけだし。
Yep.
まあね、僕は可愛いからね。
Yep.
of course. Yeah.
僕は可愛い.
キャラ的に言いわなそうだからびっくりするんだよ。
And remember, the vampires are smart about the way they do things like this. They're trying
Yeah.
to.
本当に理解できるのって僕だけだと思うよ。
So choose me.
君を吸血鬼にしてあげられるよ。
Okay, that being said, I didn't really like how you treated those other three, so
真に理解し合うことはないのだろうと。けど恋心の片鱗もって言ってたけど、それははつかさんに対してもそうなんじゃないの？
僕はみんなより優しくないから。要は 僕のことを好きって脳みそに勘違いさせればいいんだよ。洗脳みたいなもんだしね。だから僕の眷属はみんな幸せそうだよ。
何が
Or why they all froth for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
僕の眷属になりなよ。
嫌です。
No, no, thank you. That is the biggest. That you made it very easy for me.
よく考えたら性別は関係なかった。
You should know that.
真に理解できた人なんていない。はつかさんを理解できないんだと思う。もし俺が女だったとしても、ナズナちゃんを好きになりたいって思った。と思う。
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
さっきは確定で殺されるわけじゃないって言ったけど、逆に言えば殺されないことが
Yeah, we're gonna draw this deck. Eventually, that card comes up.
Yep.
覚悟なんてないよ。ただ、ナズナちゃんに退屈してほしくない。ありがとう。すっきりした。俺行くよ。
I want to make her life more fun.
Now they're like actually like kind of flabbergasted. And oh hey, now you can run in the night without fear.
So meanwhile,
Yeah. Over here.
ナズナならさっき出て行ったよ。
ナズナちゃんは無事なんですね。
まともに会話もできねえけどな。君の安全と引き換えなんだ。
oh,
What?
何したんだよ。ナズナちゃんを探すんだよ。
ナズナは今君に会いたくないってさ。
うるさいな。俺が会いたいんだよ。
yeah, yeah.
こりゃたまらんね。
Yes, you do.
Uh-huh.
そこの少年、ちょっといいかな。
ナズナちゃん、夜は楽しいだけじゃない。でもなんでだろう。なんで本当に怖かったんだ。
He runs.
本当に不安だった。でも本当は少し楽しかったんだ。
What?
How'd he do that?
Hi.
ナズナちゃん、ほら見ろ。ナズナちゃん、
Those three, yeah.
ナズナちゃんが教えてくれたんだ。
Hey.
夜はこんなにも楽しい。
Yeah,
That his ankles should have been broken.
yeah, yeah.
コウ君怒ってっかな。怒んないでほしいな。本当は夜の遊び方なんて知らないんだ。コウ君
Yep.
相手にカッコつけちゃっ
And it's all distractions.
Uh-huh.
た。なんでかな。
またお酒買ってる。
Love is 300 yen.
That's great. Repeating the same thing. Yeah, that's
見
awesome.
つけた。
Oh my god.
なんでここにいんの？
会いたいからに決まってんじゃん。
そういうことじゃなくて。
めっちゃ探したんだぞ。
Your favorite haunts.
大丈夫なの？その
Yeah, he half expected there to be like a scar or something.
Right.
気にすんな。
あんなバカ。何発殴ったって意味ないよ。俺に暴力は趣味じゃない。
よく言うよ。
Ah, right. Sure.
俺、ナズナちゃんと会うまでずっと退屈だったんだ。
Yeah, here we go.
お前らの恋路を応援する。
ナズナちゃんはどうなんだよ。
何が何でもヤモリ君を落とせ。それがヤモリ君を殺さない条件だ。
ずっと退屈だったなんて忘れるくらい。
最初の約束と何ら変わりないだろ。
Okay.
Uh-huh.
だから嘘ついてるつもりはなかったんだ。新しいことばっかりですごく新鮮だった。だから言わなきゃ。コウ君がちゃんと。
じゃあ大丈夫だ。俺も楽しかった。初めてのことばっかりだった。ナズナちゃんはそうだったんだ。
Mhm.
新しいこと探せばいいんだよ。
That's the best
Uh-huh.
part.
Yeah, yeah.
一人じゃダメなんだ。
Huh.
ナズナ
Is
ちゃ
he
ん、
gonna kiss her?
俺はナズナちゃんを好きになる。退屈なんてさせない。俺といよう。
Oh.
テンション上がって別の言葉を選ぶ余裕なかった。ナズナちゃんが無事でよかった。
コウ君。
Oh.
私もコウ君がちゃんと。
本当に殺されるんじゃないかと心配してたから。
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
受付になるから。
Oh. That's so sweet. Hey.
Hey. Oh. She's
仲
like,
良くやろうや。
Great ending to the season. That was great.
That's a season 1 finale.
Yeah.
That's getting like
And-
everything we could want out of this, as well as like a fun reveal about Hatsuka.
Yep.
Okay, they're a boy. Wonderful.
awesome.
Fantastic. And then we have just a very clear hey, that whole year thing. Now we're not even going to be as nebulous with it, or now we're going to be not as specific with it. We're going to be more nebulous. It's just if you don't put 100% of your effort into getting that boy to fall in love with you, then we'll kill him.
Which I like that as a change, where it's no longer you're on a timetable. It's just that you actually have to be working for it too.
And if you can't prove it to us that you're doing that, we'll go kill him.
Yep.
Which is so much more fun because it feels like how an immortal would resolve this we get entertainment value out of seeing you try to do this.
And
even if you're not succeeding, the struggle itself is funny or very entertaining or also very like, ooh.
Yep.
Spill it.
And so if you really do try your best and it just doesn't work, that's fine. But, you got to really sell it to us that you were doing everything you could to make it happen.
I do think they're saying that, like, eventually, if he ends up basically, like, not falling in love with you by, like, falling in love with somebody else or something like that, meaning, like, well, if we seduce him, if any of us seduce him,
but at that
then
point,
she would have failed.
Yes, but at that point, hey, he's a vampire, so, no problem.
Oh, no, totally. But they're saying, they're right, because they're saying that we'd kill him, not kill you. So then, yeah, you're right, it wouldn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
Very fun. And so then, having the show basically just continue on here, the stakes have kind of been removed a little bit. I guess Anko still exists.
But I love that she wasn't in the episode, really. We just got that bit of, seeing her at the end where, we were, like, showing all the different characters.
Yeah.
Because, she was scary and all that stuff, but, hey, you got to get away from her, you got to, like, reset and everything.
Yeah.
And now, the night is fun.
And
there might be those moments that are scary. You might be running from police officers, and I am very concerned about how you actually made that fall. There's that little part of me that's like, hey, maybe that's him showing that he is starting to fall in love with Nazuna. And so there's that little bits of, like the process
vampire
has begun or
physiology
something
that he's already adopted.
Yeah.
Maybe I think
like
we're leaning too much into that. More of there was a bit of time where he was off screen jumping over the side where he could have been like climbing down the bridge. And so it's not important to hyper-index on it.
Right.
But having the show give us a very clear promise of they will both be putting in their effort to try and fall in love with each other. But that being something that Nazuna will have to basically overcome some internal hiccups that she's got over the decades of being a vampire is going to be very fun because I want to know about that vampire that she fell in love with.
Exactly.
I want to know about her story. Yeah.
And I like it too because it's something where the vampires, if you take the vampire part aside, right, of like, you need to become a vampire, we'll kill you, all that stuff.
Right.
It's effectively hey, girl, what are you doing? He's seriously interested in you, and you just want a casual fling. Yes, you've communicated that you just want a casual fling. He's communicated that he wants something different. At some point, you're going to have to cut him loose, basically, right?
Yeah.
And so it's so you're not going to do that? Okay, cool.
Nope.
Then actually, like, meet him where he's at, right? Find some middle ground for you two, right?
Yeah.
And so now...
And there's plenty of space for that middle ground.
Yep, exactly.
Like, it doesn't have to be in a specific area.
Right. And what that looks like and how that's going to happen is something that we'll get to see as the show goes on, right? And so it's an additional promise for us, the audience, and also putting Nazuna into that point where she's actually going to have to, like, grow as a person and take initiative and, adapt
take responsibility.
Right?
And there's some fun things they can explore there.
Yep.
I genuinely love when we have a story with duo protagonists, even though one of them is one we'll never really get the perspective of. I think that's kind of a fun thing too.
Right, protagonists and perspective characters are different.
Are not
things.
the same.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But wow. Yeah.
Awesome.
Having Hatsuka kind of give this little reveal was really fun too. Having the vision of what a vampire domicile looks like when you've got proper spawn.
Yep.
Or not necessarily. I believe there's spawn.
I think so.
Because some of them had fangs.
Oh, okay.
Like they like came up and they had the like you know.
Nice.
And then I think it would be weird for some of them to not be because of the way that they were all frothing. Like I think that's meant to be implied that it's that kind of love has already been realized. Like they've been manipulated to fall in love with Hatsuka, and thus they respond this way. So yeah,
and this is the specific kind of love that they have, right?
Well, and to bring up something fun, I want to say that no, it's not necessarily that unique. One of the things that is implied, I would say, over the course of this season was that Nazuna was manipulating you. Why, though? Why? To keep you around so that she could use you.
Yeah.
What are the vampire's benefits of having spawn, but basically very useful slaves, basically, to be used for whatever means they have there.
Right.
And Hatsuka basically was just saying, oh, you think that, like, just because they are in love with me, that, like, that makes it all, like, oh, they're great. They love this. It's more no, I've effectively brainwashed them. That's what love is. Love is something that alters your view of reality to where they are getting fulfillment from doing this.
Right. Yep.
Yes, it is not an equal relationship, though.
Absolutely not.
But you could have been kind of in that exact same situation this whole time, Ko, with Nazuna.
Yep.
In that you were kind of in some ways pretending like you had this, like, oh, I love her, I'm interested in her. But if not for people, in some ways, like Anko, kind of going, wait, why do you even want to be a vampire?
Yeah.
What is your desire even here? And you have to be like, wait, I have maybe been in a little bit of a brainwashed stupor of like, what am I doing? Why do I even want this?
Right. Because being in love is great. And so sometimes you want that even if the person that, you know, you would be in love with is not a good choice.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it's not giving you anything back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so that was, I love how we still got the, that bit of cognitive dissonance kind of, that also maybe is just because Ko knows about them being vampires and all that stuff.
Sure.
Where then they basically make their solicitation, and it absolutely rings hollow, right?
Right.
And it's not because he's not attracted to you or anything. No. It's that you gave him a picture of what it would look like,
a very honest picture,
and a very honest picture of what it would look like if he were to fall in love with you. And he's like, no, thank you.
So trade offer is, one, I'm a guy, so I will probably be easier for you to understand on some level.
Yep. And I'll be able to understand.
I will make you into a powerful vampire. I am very good at making you feel amazing. Like, that's the, like, you know, that love that they have there?
That came from somewhere.
That came from me.
Yeah.
I put that in them. And it's like, oh, damn. Like, in some ways, it is quite impressive to think about the idea that, like, oh, if I loved somebody so much, now I obviously am smart enough and wise enough to realize no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But it is impressive from just a feat perspective.
Yes, absolutely.
That they are that desiring of Hatsuka.
They adore him that much.
Right. Yep. So it's the, wait, that feeling of yearning for someone that much that it hurts.
Yep.
That is kind of attractive. Like that idea of being so surrendered to it where you then don't have to question anymore about who you are or what you want or anything like that.
Yep.
Oh, but then wait.
Yeah.
I don't love Nazuna. I love the feeling of freedom and the feeling of agency. The reason why I'm doing this is because I don't really know what love really is. And if someone is basically telling me, I know the answer to love, it's actually a really just strong, like, brainwashing, just chemical agent that's just going to override your agency.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Even if you're right, I'm going to have to assume you're wrong. because that's not why I'm doing this here. So I'm going to go out on a limb and go, if you're right, you're right. Then we'll come back to this situation at some point later, but it doesn't have to necessarily be with you. 2, let's assume you're wrong. Then hell no, do I want anything to do with this? I'm dipping, I'm out.
And even if you
have a nice life.
If you are right, that doesn't mean that is what I want. Because is what Ko wants the state of being in love, or is it the journey of understanding love to the point where he falls in love, right?
Ooh.
And I would argue that
that's a bit of a shortcut.
100% the latter, right?
Yeah.
And so, if this vampire, right, because we're talking about it in the manipulative, like constructed kind of sense.
Sure.
Let's say it was supernaturally easy. Vampire could just snap his fingers and suddenly, Ko is in love.
Charmed, yeah.
Yeah, you're charmed, right? Yep. No, that doesn't sound appealing, right? Like, nah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it'd be appealing, and that's probably the part that's so great about it, is that they probably weren't aware of how appealing it could feel.
Sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely, right? Once your brain's hopped up on the chemicals, right? Like, our brain is our own drug dealer, right? And it's all the different dopamines and, all that stuff and, get the feel-good chemical. And
you can pretend like you're the one supplying the supplier, to like, have this little circular incestuous, like, I give the brain the thing that might end up helping me, end up feeling the things a certain way.
Or organizations or whatever, or forces, end up basically...
or maybe there's just a lot of other things, yes.
Yeah, supplying you with things that then, give you that dopamine hit, right? Like, the whole idea of algorithms is based on that idea, right?
Yeah.
Like, but... Okay.
But this was a very fun episode to then have us just kind of say, like, hey, season 2 and future seasons will be about the romance.
Right.
I'm very excited about that.
And that kiss that Nazuna gave him was not I'm going to tease him with a kiss.
No, I am...
That was
I am very grateful.
Oh, damn.
I love you.
I want to kiss you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am overwhelmed with feelings of gratitude, excitement.
Yep.
And also maybe nervousness about how I respond to this. So I'm going to choose what I think he would want most. And also, this is kind of what I'm feeling in the moment. In a fun way, I kind of like viewing the two of them through multiple lenses simultaneously. On the one hand, I think I like the idea that both of them don't understand emotions very well.
Sure.
Because I think that kind of just frames it better in my mind. But then I also like simultaneously going through the idea that, like, Nazuna understands emotions, but she's kind of put them away for so long that it's hard for her to feel them.
Yeah, understanding something in concept is very different than knowing it in your body and mind,
or
and, how it
actually... here's a better way to describe it. Not like better than yours, better than what I was saying earlier. Math, right? You understand math, up to a certain degree.
Sure.
And then things start to get fuzzy, but things start to get fuzzy before the area in which the maximum was that you were taught, experienced and practiced, right?
And that absolutely changes depending on how recently
That's what I was getting at. Yeah.
Like literally, when I was going through college, I needed to make sure that I did a math class every quarter. Because otherwise,
you'd lose your edge.
I'd lose the edge, and then when I would go into the math class, even with just a 1 quarter gap, it was so much harder. Yeah.
And this show seems to have a very clear understanding of how important it is for you to practice the thing that you want to be not just good at, but you want to feel.
Right.
There are times when you have a thing that overrides your will and just it just feels wonderful, or it feels horrible, or what have you.
Sure.
But you're not really influencing it as much. There are other things where you have to put energy into it if you want to get the best feeling out of it. And in a lot of ways, relationships and the ins and outs of relationships lean, I would say, more on that side of things. Like there is obviously a constant back and forth in any kind of relationship. And there's a lot of things that the other person is going to do that just, you don't have any control over.
And to that end, even if this maybe feels like a sort of a tangent, I'm very excited for the moment where Ko is able to confront Anko confidently, tell her, thank you, but no thank you. This is what I'm going to be doing. If you're going to be a problem with that, then I guess that's something that will be dealt with in some fashion. But, sorry.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
no, I kind of see the line with it, because what she is another version of someone
trying to take away his agency.
Well, yeah, trying to take away his agency, but I guess having some measure of joy of playing with the dynamic of a relationship, of playing with the tools with which people try to engage and connect in a wholesome manner, just as people. You can also abuse that and have enough understanding of which to play it like almost a musical instrument and go, ooh, I pluck the G chord here.
Yeah.
And this sound comes out.
Right.
It's mechanical.
Yeah.
And
I let myself saunter up to you in that kind of way that will absolutely terrify you, and I know it will.
Right. But then also kind of entrance you a little bit and kind of get you going like, wait, I'm
keeps
confused.
Your attention and all that.
Right. And so that's where, in a lot of ways, as people, we put a lot of trust in those that we're close to and connected with to basically be like, I am giving you effectively emotional knives, if you will. I'm using like a kind of a TTRPG term here. You could stab me with these in the future if you wanted to.
Yep.
But in some ways, I like the feeling of you just having access to that level of me from a vulnerability perspective, because I'm pretty certain that even if you do accidentally end up hurting me at some point in the future, like you probably will, I don't care. Like, I want that level of intimacy. I want that level of openness and like intimate connection. It's important to me that not only that we have that, but that you know that I want that.
Exactly.
And I loved how much this episode was Ko being like, but I want this. Because so much of this season has been, wait, what do I want? Why do I want what I want?
And, oh, hey, when he's like that, even the other vampires are like, oh,
hell yeah. Yeah.
Right, like, either hell yeah, or at the very least, they are capable of just being like, no, sit back down, right?
Right.
You know, we had that demonstrated, right? They can just punch a granite table or whatever the hell that was.
Whatever the hell that was.
Shatter it,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But none of them stop you when you're like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then we get our
kiss. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm here for season 2.
I'm here for season 2.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be real good. I do think what the next conflict will be, and I predict this specifically for Nazuna, is that one of the natural conflicts in a relationship, when you realize that there is a part of you that is actively making it harder for the other person to fall deeper in love with them. This is a very, very, and I mean very, like, mature, and I'm like stepping on like very thin ice here, I think, in a lot of ways, is that it is important to acknowledge, especially if you love a person or you seek a deeper connection with them, is that if they were to not change at all today, like from where they are today, would you still be happy to be with them, 5 years, 10 years down the line and what have you? Like, I think it's important to like accept that there's a possibility that they won't change at all.
Sure.
We know that in reality, once you get into a relationship, you're going to change a lot.
Yeah, and you will change just as a result of going through life.
Yeah, just as a result of going through life. But you'll change even more so because of the influence that other person has on you.
Right.
By being that close.
Yep.
But one of the things that I would say is a very mature side of things to be is basically aware, self-aware of the responsibility you have to basically adapt to that person. Right. There is an unhealthy side of this, though, that I want to make sure I am not encouraging here, which is basically saying you should lose your identity and live for that person. That is not healthy.
Yeah, no, right, because and that's why having the relationship be balanced on both sides is so important.
But it cannot be perfectly balanced. What
what
I'm bringing up is basically the agency of a person going at it from the perspective of, I do in some ways, though, have a duty to become the kind of person that, like, sorry. This is why, again, I'm trying to phrase my words properly here. But it is important to actively, like, build yourself in a way that is for that other person, though. Like
right. If you're going to change regardless, as a matter of
most likely,
life,
yeah.
right? You know, at the very least, you'll get older, right? And so you need to make sure that you're constantly working on the relationship so that as you change, you don't drift apart, but you're changing together, right?
And so what I'm talking about is working on yourself, though.
Right.
That's different than working on the relationship.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm hitting all the different angles, right?
Sure. Yeah.
And then at the same time, you also want to accept the fact of where your partner is right now and not have it be something where you're dating potential, where you're like, oh,
yes,
you know, they need to change in order for me to continue to want to be in a relationship.
You're not
with them,
Sukuna.
Right?
You don't need to be. Yeah.
Right. Like they will of course change, but like if you're, you know, but if it's but they need to change, that what that really means is they need to change in this certain way, you know, and that's no good, right?
Yep.
And so then on top of that, taking that then for perspective towards yourself, you are going to change, right? As a course of life. So it's not just like, can you continue to adapt to the ways that your partner will change, but also how can you best inject intentionality into the way that you change so that it makes it easy for your partner, right? Because why wouldn't you want to do that?
Well, I think a way to think about it also very positively, instead of a thing of like looking at the incongruency with where you want to be and where you are right now, is that on some level, this is something that was brought up with regards to the Call of the Night for the previous episode, is that eventually what was new and fresh and fun will become familiar and regular and normal.
Yep.
Therefore, on some small level, love with a person could lose its newness, its freshness, and its zest.
Right.
There are things that you can do that will not be like violations of who you are or what have you, but there are efforts that you can take to basically keep like effort in that regard. And I feel like when you do that in a way that is healthy and mature and also like well communicated, that's like the best part about a relationship, is that I go to see this person again and it's anybody's guess as to which way in which they're going to show love for me today. And I can also do the same, or I can surprise them. I can be and again, I'm living for myself.
Yeah.
But also I am taking and budgeting, if you will, a percentage of my life energy to like basically give to them in a way that is not just oh, I give you some kind of like thing here and I hope you appreciate it. I come frothing at the door being like, you better love what I'm devastated. It didn't like go exactly the way I want. No, but more I'm going to build myself. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to not just passively change. I'm going to actively be a part of that change that I know is going to happen.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to direct it.
I'm going to try and become the kind of vampire you can fall in love with.
Oh, right. And I think that was the springboard for this whole discussion here. But I didn't want it to stop at the idea of you can fall in love with. Because I feel like people only do that up until the point when the other person has fallen in love with you.
Right, and it's no. Because love is not a binary thing.
Yeah.
Right? It is an ongoing, process,
story,
right? It's an ongoing story, right?
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, if you were to learn something from Hatsuka, that would actually be the thing that you would want to learn. Because, an immortal vampire being intentional about love, the love's going to get pretty wild if they're working on it for an eternity.
Well,
right? Like,
right.
Or
but
for
Hatsuka also brought up the binary side of things of No, I just switched the flip. I switched the flips. I just flipped the switches in their brains that has them high on it constantly.
Right.
That's not love. Like, that's not love.
Definitely not.
That's just an obsession and infatuation and some kind of chemical imbalance.
Right, which is why it's so important and so cool that we get to see our two main characters very slowly fall in love with each other because it's a thing that goes both ways.
Right. And you could say they've fallen for each other since the very beginning of the show.
Sure.
But that's why falling in love leads to a crazy adventure, usually together.
Right.
That crazy adventure part has usually nothing to do eventually with the falling in love.
The fact that we have the mechanical thing of, oh, hey, you become a vampire.
Right.
When, you know, or rather,
that does
you
kind
have
of
to
keep
fall
it
in love with the
that
person and
binary
then
switch flipping kind of.
Right. But I like to think that it's not a binary switch flipping thing.
Oh, of course not.
It's has it reached a particular threshold yet? And so, you know, because you can absolutely have the people that you love a little bit. You can have the people that you love a lot, right?
Yep.
And clearly, you do not become a vampire by by loving the vampire a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, okay, you're not there yet.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's already started happening.
That's already started
happening.
happening.
Might not be big, but it has already ignited. You know.
And it's nice when your body has a literal physical response to proving to yourself whether or not you are actually in love with a person in this fantastical world, because that's not real life. Real life, you will question at times your love for a person. You will not be sure on some days. Some days you will be so damn sure.
You might not have to listen to the call of the night, but you do have to listen to the call of your heart. I know that was cheesy,
but it's real.
Yeah.
So, there you go. And it means this is a great show for having us go into that kind of discussion and actually staying there for a good amount of time. So, wonderful stuff.
On to
Season 2, yes. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the Season 2 first episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.